making sure of a few things here.
I need to get re-familiar with my sheet.
Oh god, me too.
Yeah, I was just thinking like this morning. I was like, wow, I probably should have read over the rules again because I don't remember exactly how gameplay works. It's been
You're
so
not
long.
alone.
No.
Well, we got a couple
might be
things that we
everybody?
need to touch on before game gets started anyway, so let's go ahead and go over that really quick.
One
Perfect.
thing I am noticing, John, that we will keep. I'm considering bringing out some towels
Mm-hmm.
because,
Never heard of table noise.
It's
like,
very noisy.
even this, even
Mhm.
with the scissor arms, it's echoing up through them. So I might bring out tables for us to set like notebooks on.
Because even the paper.
Yeah, even the
Yeah.
paper's a little.
I don't mind too much table noise, just don't slap your hands on the table is the only thing. Yeah.
So don't
You're
get overly
really
frustrated and try to
animated.
flip
So-
tables or...
Yeah.
tap the arms of my chair.
Yeah.
The mouse pad is patting some of it over here.
Yeah. But it's like the dice. I love the sound of the dice.
But no, I
Oh,
like the
yeah.
dice
Stuff
sound
like that.
too. It's just the
How loud are the
rumbling.
dice?
Huh?
I just want someone to roll dice, see how loud it is. Oh,
No,
okay.
that,
Yeah,
but
that's
you
not
can
bad.
hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've made
Ooh,
a
those are
makeshift
pretty.
little dice tray here
You've made a dice tray?
out
Out
of
of
a
a
game box.
Game box.
Oh, nice.
I'll test mine for it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's,
Awesome. We believe
game
you.
box.
Is that game
Hey,
good?
Grizzled.
I've seen it.
The Grizzled, yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's just one of those real simple games. It doesn't have a whole lot of rules. It's kind of a card type game, and you can play through it a few times without getting bored with it, and then
Sweet.
you move on.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, my parents'
Okay, let's
house,
see.
we use the Axis and Allies. They
Yeah,
they come
sounds
with
Sounds
the
good.
Things we use those.
Let me set it down.
Mhm.
Did you guys bring
Uh,
dice?
We did not.
We did not.
Yeah, we're good.
We
got
figured you
plenty.
guys would have.
We did.
Yeah.
I think we're all using your dice, honey.
See, I told you.
Yeah, no.
It's all right. I got 2 sets
Thank-
over here.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah,
2
we
sets
got
over
plenty
I
here.
was like, we
around.
had plenty of
John's
dice
got
last
more.
time. We're
I
good.
have my nice, appearing
They
to be,
look glow in the dark.
Jade.
jade.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Pick out some ones
Yeah.
that are easy to read here.
those are pretty.
Box
Okay.
full of D10s.
But so, just going over some quick stuff
Are
really
you already
quick.
recording, by the way?
We are recording,
Good.
although I
Okay.
wasn't really planning on, whatever.
Mm.
You don't have to keep it long term. I think it's good
Yeah.
to have.
For testing.
Yeah,
You
we
never
have-
know. Something hilarious could come out of this.
It's
Could
true,
be
it's
comedy
true.
gold.
Have bloopers, a
That's
blooper
right.
reel.
Blooper reel.
All right.
Woohoo. Good stuff.
So, Ninja
Yes.
Crusade, really quick going over basics.
Mhm.
The way this game works, you will take 2 of your skills. If you yourself alone are doing a test, it's 2 of your skills. Add the 2 skills together, and that creates a dice pool. You then roll for successes and D10s, and it's going to be 7, 8s, and 9s count as 1 success. 10s count as 2 successes. All right, and that is all there is to that. I need to be sure I set a difficulty before every test, because if you roll over that, every dice over that should be a boost.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's where
Oh.
boosting comes in.
Every 3 over the target,
Sorry.
right?
Is
Every
that-
3?
I actually have made a nice little flow chart here.
Nice.
And I think the
So-
GM screen is out here too.
I just
so-
happen to have that page pulled up
Oh,
right now.
Yep. He
Okay.
is.
It's like
Nice.
proof.
All right. Well, good.
I
So-
was, like I
yeah,
said, I
there it
started to
is.
review.
Every 3 over.
So a boost is not a 0 or not a 10.
No, it's
Oh,
not
that's
10.
what
Yeah,
we
that's
thought it
what.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we there were too many games that I was playing at that time that rules were getting jumbled in my
Oh
head.
yeah, yeah.
Understand.
The
Uh,
a 10 is 2 successes. That was just terminology. I think
Yeah.
we got wrong.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 10 is 2 successes. A failure or critical failure is when you roll no successes and you roll a 1,
Ew.
and that is when something bad
right.
could happen.
So you can roll no successes and it still not be a critical failure. You have to roll
Yeah.
Roll
a
that
1
one with it.
Yes.
to make it a crit fail.
Gotcha.
Today's game brought to you by Sparkling Ice. It's refreshing and delicious.
I'm out of LaCroix. Dang
Oh,
it.
no.
I can't be a douchebag today. Ugh.
But
I am in
I
spirit.
just can't get into that.
Neither, yeah,
I
David
just
was like,
can't.
I still hate that
I don't.
stuff.
I don't think
I
you guys are
can't.
getting the LaCroix sponsorship now.
No.
No, I am. I'm getting the rest of
No.
y'all. Can,
Now if it was
Feel
Topo
free to send
Chico
us
with
all
some
the
lime, I'm
Sparkling
happy.
Ice you'd like.
I know sparkling ice is actually pretty good.
I forgot about them.
I just, I was like, I'm gonna be a poshy poncy gamer, and I'm gonna have my prissy flavorless drink. Hey, I sound a lot better there. I
Yeah.
don't know what you just did, but it sounds
It's actually all because of David's stuff coming in.
Gosh,
David.
David.
I'm adjusting.
Thing.
I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting your gain a little bit, and that's what is.
It's changing everything.
Yeah,
changing
I sound a
everything.
lot louder.
Yeah, which
Oh.
I can actually.
Bring our headphones down again, John.
Headphones are going to come down across the board a little bit. How's that sound?
No.
That,
Yeah, that
that
should be-
is
yeah,
better.
that's
better, yeah.
Sounds good. One question I have.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
On the other section, do we do any of that during game? I know the XP gained and XP spent is not, but for like the dynamic dice and dynamic actions, do I need to be keeping
Yes.
any numbers down there?
Y'all won't need to worry about that as much. Let me mute myself and cough here a second.
Are you done?
Yes. Okay, so let me finish up with skills first.
Okay, sure.
So skills, that's you making a test. Two of you can come together to test together by one of you providing one skill and one of you providing another skill.
right.
That creates a whole separate dice pool, but you can roll your dice separately. Okay,
Gotcha.
so that's how testing is done in this game. It allows you to do an individual test or to do a test together.
That's kind of neat.
On top of that, so dynamic dice and dynamic
Yes.
actions. Here's how this works. At the beginning of the game, there will be a pool of dice where each and every one of you, for every player there is at the table, there will be a dynamic dice. Or there,
I
yeah.
thought those are karma points.
Sorry, karma dice. I'm
Okay.
getting there.
Okay,
Hey, we're
that's all right.
again rules.
Sure.
Too many rules of different games in my head. So karma pool. That is where that comes from, and those can be used for certain things. I have printed out some sheets on the table, and David, you may want to pull up in the quick start guide for Ninja Crusade. It's page 4 and 5 of the book, and it is a quick rules reference. And here's this, which might be easier to read as well for some.
That's the other page, though, I guess.
So at the beginning of the round, everybody will roll your dynamic. You roll to see how many dynamic actions you get. Everybody gets at least one action,
Right.
and then you
Yeah.
have the opportunity to earn more.
Right.
Okay, and that can be quite a bit. Your standard action is usually one attack, one move. Okay, dynamic dice can be traded in for different actions.
Right.
If you look at the sheet, you can see some of those actions that they can be traded in for, such as avoiding backfire. You can use a dynamic dice to avoid backfire when operating a jutsu. You can use it
nice.
to do a counterattack if somebody attacks you. I'll get to how defense works in this game in a moment. You can do all those things. All those things you see on there, you can trade in a dynamic dice for, which you'll need to know how many dynamic dice you have at the start of the round. Everybody will. Then, and here's where things also get interesting, you can do a number of defensive actions every turn, every round, equal to your athletics skill.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every other defensive action that you do, you have to trade in a dynamic action.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Nice. I have two then.
So
One.
that's kind of important to know.
Okay. And sorry, you may have asked, but how do you get dynamic actions?
Dynamic actions you will roll at the beginning of the round. Everybody does.
Oh, and that's the 7 to 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
You start with one dynamic action and 3 dynamic dice. So you roll your dice, those 3 dice, and
You can have
depending on how many successes you get, you could have anywhere from 1 to 4 dynamic actions.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
everybody will get one even if they roll no successes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then you can trade in those to do one of these
Yes.
or do one of your like activated
Yeah.
jutsu or.
And then
Uh,
you can activate jutsu as an action, like
Yes.
as your standard action.
Okay.
You could, or you could trade in dynamic dice for it.
For it.
There's all
Okay.
kinds of wonderful things with that, and I do want to be sure to draw your attention to using them for obviously the extra actions, but you can also use them for interruptions. That means that you can do a action on somebody else's initiative.
Oh, okay.
So all of a sudden, you want to go at the head of initiative, or you want to do something before your turn. Trade into your dynamic actions.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
We had talked about during prep for this. You
Yes.
talked about doing initiative
Via the card.
differently.
I'm probably going to do that. I need to set that up here in a moment. I'm
Okay.
just going. I want to go through all the rules really
Yeah.
quick. We'll just take 30 minutes to do
fine.
this, and then we'll break while I write out the cards, and we'll start up. Is that
I'm just
cool?
curious, but can you critical fail on a dynamic action roll or not?
Technically, yes.
Does that mean you lose your turn that round, or is
Oh
it
no, like
just...
a critical failure is like something goes wrong that I describe.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's
So
kind of
you've
like
just essentially
last
lost your
game.
dynamic action.
We had a
Right.
critical failure where the wagon started rolling away. Remember that?
Yes, I
yeah.
recall.
You know,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
It's not
Uh,
critical failures. It's just game master fun.
Yeah,
stuff.
it's Game Master fun stuff, but critical failures also get you a new point of karma.
Yeah.
That's
true.
right.
Sorry.
Do
I
we
was
have
just thinking-
something to tally karma points on the table? Do you want me to get
I'm
something?
going to get out another bag of dice, and we'll.
I've got some D6s. I brought some.
We also
today.
have spin down dice
It
in that
might-
blue
well-
D12 there.
It might also what I'm planning to do is get out a bowl, and for every I'm gonna make sure it's a very specific set of D10s, and each one of those karma points can be
I was
used
just say
as a roll.
karma does translate to dice, right? You can enhance your
and
dice.
so that's what I'm going to do is
Okay.
get that set up. Other than that, I want to be sure to say this. There are tons of jutsus out there, and so jutsus and how they work, you yourselves need to know those rules because it's a lot like being a wizard. I can't track them all. I
Right.
there's no way it's off the top of my head I can know every spell and every rule in every book. So just know how your jutsus or how your powers work, and we'll refer to the rules and we'll use them that way, just like a wizard would. That makes sense.
There was isn't there a page that has like the base target number you need for the jutsus?
Yeah, there is, and it's also on the sheet.
John, mute me.
Yes, you're muted. A basic jutsu is a minimum of 1 key and requires 2 successes. A median jutsu is 2 key and requires 3 successes. Advanced is 4 key and requires 4 successes. I don't think anyone here has an advanced jutsu.
I do not.
I am very
Everybody's
basic.
a level 1. Everybody should
You
be
have 2
pretty.
medians,
Like
actually.
Oh wait,
have one
do
level
I?
two.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. And
That
so,
art is so cool.
Fighting this thing.
I'm glad you liked it. So
Okay, sorry, I think I missed that. So when you activate a jutsu, it works, but if you don't get the difficulty, you get the backfire effect
yes,
as well?
yes.
Oh, I
That's
thought
not
it was
how
just
we
like
thought that worked. But
it's
okay,
like oh,
great.
you don't get to do it and you get punished for it.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Nah, if you're
Cool.
expending key, and so the thing is that key's going out, you're getting the power, but something negative is happening to you.
Gotcha.
I guess
Okay.
related to that, there is a dynamic action to avoid a backfire in case it happens.
Right.
So,
Other things I do want to be sure to point out, and this is something that if you use it, let's be sure that we get everyone's attention. You can use the dynamic actions. It's 2 or possibly 4 to rewrite scenes.
Oh.
Oh.
Because remember, this is a cinematic game. You can change something about the game for 2 dynamic action, or sorry, 2 karma.
Okay, I was going to say.
Oh,
that.
Sorry,
karma.
2
Okay.
karma. I get them confused.
Yeah, I was treating them
Yeah.
the same too.
So for 2 karma, you can change a major portion of the scene, or I might call for 4 if it really is almost game breaking.
Right,
Mm.
right.
So
Yeah, because we did that last time in the fight.
yes, we
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
did. So
What a great
Uh,
fight.
I've
It
got
was
you
pretty
know,
fun.
I definitely have a better handle on how this game runs now. My terminology might be a little bit off, but
Nah,
It's cool.
that's
you
cool.
know, the character ties.
Yeah,
Yes.
bonds.
The bonds.
Yes, your bonds with each other. If y'all want to take a moment to work on that,
So how do those work exactly?
We just basically have to decide. So it'll be like you.
yeah, there
like-
should be a text that gives a prompting.
Yeah. So one of mine is you are determined to tattoo a ninja whether they want it or not. So we need to decide between 2 of us who that is,
Yes,
basically.
and so
Um,
there will be text at the end of, I think it's at the end of your school of
Clan.
ninja, your clan.
Yeah.
I didn't-
And-
I
You need to
didn't
borrow
print-
my book.
Yeah, I didn't print that out.
I have 2 books on the table. Here,
Here, I'll
So
pick
feel
this up
free to
and
go ahead
grab
and
it
use
under.
that, and we can get that worked out. At the same time, Christy, for you and Roxy's backstory, I would like to work in, at some point, the two of you having a little bit more contact.
Okay.
That we may put Roxy's characters, teaming or at least allying with the ninja as part of the backstory.
Okay.
And so whenever she comes back, we'll try and figure that part out a little bit, but that we don't actually have to do it this session. But
Did you tell me that they had prison knowledge too, or not? I'm trying to remember.
yes.
Okay.
Because both of you and I think David are escapees from prison.
Mm.
And so the two of you will have more, will have knowledge to some extent of the prison.
What was the name of that prison? Just so I can write it down.
It is Nanchao, I believe. Let me double check that really quick. Yeah,
Is it Nanchao?
Nanchao. Nanchou. I don't know if anybody else went to go look up any information on Nanchao. If you didn't, it is not big, because I'll probably end up doing that as part of the description at the beginning of this game.
Mhm.
No,
So-
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, same.
Okay, cool. So, because that'll be part of your character's assignment originally, is all of you are a covert team outside of Nanchao at this point.
Okay.
And so that's why the ninjas in this group, your characters know each other. Roxy's character is going to be coming into the scene, and she will have experience with Christie's character,
Okay.
based on backstory, I think. That's what we're deciding at this point here.
Yeah, previous character.
So, yeah.
So I guess to do the bonds, my first bond is choose a ninja whose stories you always listen to, no matter who they are, no matter how bad they are. So who likes to talk? Who talks the most?
I mean, like, my goal for this character is to never tell any truths at all. So my
Which will probably
deception
result
is-
in some bad stories.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm up for that because I can. I don't know why I've sort of fixated on characters who can just talk and talk and talk. So that's
What was
really
your
my
character's
thing. Kinojo is his given name, and
Okay.
his the family name that he gives out is Tanimura, but
Is
it's
that also a lie?
it's made up. Yeah,
Gonna have to watch out for you.
because I used to be a noble, and my
Mhm.
family was killed by the Empire
Mm-hmm.
for supposed fraternization with ninja, and so I don't give out my
You-
actual family name, and
Yeah,
I actually
yeah,
haven't
you're
even
on.
made it up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hey, what page is the bond stuff on?
It would be on under your clan. It would be like the last portion of your clan.
So my second bond is choose one fellow ninja to whom you are determined to teach the value of history. So who is completely uninterested in history? Because that's the person I'm going to focus on.
Trying to think if my character would or would not be.
I mean, mine probably is not that interested in history. She's more other types of knowledge. But, so yeah, if you want to accost me with knowledge of history and appreciation thereof.
hey, that's what I do for a living.
I don't know if I can hear. I don't know if I can hear Roxy or not.
Yeah, I
can't
don't think
really
I'm
tell.
on, John.
I can hear you a
I
little
can
bit,
hear you a
but
little bit.
You're,
I hear
I
you.
can hear, but
yeah, you're
to
on.
me it sounds like it's
You're
just 'cause
farther
she's
away.
sitting.
Here, let me. Hello?
There we go.
Hello?
There we go.
Yeah.
just a little low, maybe.
Maybe
What
I
was-
just wasn't speaking loudly.
What was your character's name, Roxy?
My character's
me
name,
make sure you're-
good question, is I don't know how to pronounce this, but we're gonna say Akemi.
That sounds-
Akemi. Akemi.
Akemi.
Akemi.
Akemi.
So it should be
Akemi.
Akemi. Like
A-K-E-M-I.
Akemi.
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 Hey,
Yeah.
that's what I
Okay.
do.
Yeah,
Like,
Because
I'm a Kemi.
I'm Akemi.
Emi is I know Emi is a Japanese name. Akemi on
I'm
top
a
of
Kimmy,
it.
I'm a Kimmy, I'm a Kimmy.
I go by Akihaya. Is my
Akihaya.
it's my portmanteau.
Oh wait, so we call you Akahaya?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah, I
can.
need to write everyone.
You don't call me anything now. You don't know me.
No,
You
he said-
don't
he said we
know
already
me.
know
You
You don't know my pain.
me.
You don't know what I've gone through to get here.
Know me.
Akahayo? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Akehay or HayA is what. So Akehay.
I'm just trying to write them the way they sound. So just,
Akihaya.
Yeah,
Okay.
medics.
And Kevin, how do you spell your name?
Because I'm Hayakawa Akimi.
Ekalika hi, aka haniho.
Nice.
Kinojo is Kinnojo.
I believe I put all of our names in our chat, in our Wooden Dojo
Oh,
chat.
yeah,
I think
that's
we're
right.
all called by
Okay.
our names.
Cool.
So if you need,
Yeah, I saw
a
you
first-
do all that. That was
yeah, I
cool.
was a nerd.
I like
I
it.
like customizing my chats.
So on my last bond, it is choose one ninja whose life story you need to chronicle as a key figure at major events. Is anybody famous or like well known?
As a performer, I probably would wish I would be.
Yeah, you can make her famous.
Okay,
I wish I would be.
I'll make you famous.
I'll help.
Hey, watch it.
What's your character's name?
So her first
Or-
name is Taya, Taya, but she also her given name or family name, yeah, is Onishi. So she goes by either Ishi or Taya.
Cool.
Does she have a preference or just
Nah.
either way? Okay. I think we only have 3 bonds, so I think that's
Yeah.
all mine.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that part.
Yeah. I will let y'all work on that really quick. I'm going to abscond to the restroom and the kitchen really quick.
Okay.
Okay,
But, yeah.
I'll go through mine, I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
Choose one ninja who you know has your back if your thrill seeking gets the better of you. She evidently bamboo herbalists, since they don't age as at normal speed and all this kind of stuff, they have a little bit of a
A risky streak.
risky streak. Risky streak.
Oh, you're like an eternal teenager.
Yeah. So,
No
who
man.
wants to keep me in check?
That is probably not going to be me. I'm
I
gonna
can
be risky as
probably
well.
Probably
do
would
that
be you.
because we do kind of have a tie, I guess.
Yeah.
Based on what I think John and I decided. So we'll just.
Where's
Can
my?
I see the text for the
There we
bond?
go.
I'm writing down the.
For the bond?
I should probably.
Yeah, because I'm trying. I want to keep track of who I
That's,
have bonds.
that's for
with.
mine, but that's for my.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
okay. So yeah,
Let's see.
Oh, okay.
so I can keep track of
It's
who
here,
I'm
yeah.
supposed to be connecting like with.
And what's your guy's name?
Kentaro?
I have everyone's
see, and
names
we-
written down here. if you
Yeah,
want.
we each have bonds. So
3.
so yeah. So you can there. You can either put the nickname or Akemi.
Cool. Thank you.
Can't see. Okay.
Here, if we need to move this back. Yeah, there.
Cool, cool. That's nice. I should have asked for a piece of paper out of that, but this will work. And it's all in one place.
I'll say we have paper if you need some.
Oh, it's all good. I mean, this is my player sheet and has
Yeah.
everything on the back, so it works.
Hey,
out.
Christy, what was your character's name?
It's all. I have it. Right.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm
no, I
sorry.
don't have it there.
It's Makoto is her
Her first name, yeah, her given name.
and her family name is Arima. It's the same name as my last name as my last character.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
but you go by Makoto.
Makoto's right.
Okay.
She does not have a nickname.
Makawari. Let's see here.
So am I right in assuming since our characters know each other, we probably call each other by given names instead of family names?
Probably.
Probably.
I,
Unless you
I'm,
don't get along
I'm going
with
to be
somebody.
very free with my given name and not worry about my
Okay.
family name too much. So yeah, Kinojo. It's good.
What was your?
Okay.
Oh.
My second one is choose one ninja who you have an unrequited crush on, making it harder to say no to them.
Mm. You're the wordsmith.
I mean,
What kind of guy do you go for?
who can
Right?
blame you? I mean, my guy is going to be not effeminate, but not like a real masculine kind of guy. He's going to be sort of soft spoken a little bit, and he's not a real fighter. He's a talker.
Are you like the attractive character in anime? Kind of like that guy?
Probably. Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of animes, but I can imagine that. Yeah.
Well, she is. Let's see. I don't know, she's like the tender-hearted farm girl, so I'm not really sure.
Well, what are the other guys like? Or if you want to go non-binary, we can do, others.
Yeah, I'm a rifle packing, but I'm already one of your other bonds. I don't think your bonds are all supposed to be the same people.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, David's character.
I'm an emotionally wounded soldier who was taken by the Empire as an orphan.
It sounds like crush material.
With a nice
to me.
goatee.
Yeah, that would probably work. Cause, all right.
But still has a very pleasant demeanor.
What's your character's name, David?
Sanosuke. It's Sanosuke.
Sonos.
Okay. All right.
That is his given name. He doesn't use his family name. I debated whether to even give him one because of the whole taken as a child from his village sort of
Right.
thing. But I've got it, what his parents were, so.
Okay, my last one is choose one ninja who distrusts the use of herbs to solve problems, very much at odds with the bamboo herbalist. 'Cause she's the healer. She is very, very into natural remedies and...
Against recreational drug use? Is that what it was?
No.
Oh, I totally misheard that. Read that again.
Choose one ninja who distrusts the use of herbs to solve problems.
Oh, distrusts. For some reason, I interpreted that as is all about recreational drug use. I don't know why that is how.
I mean, I'm sure there's probably some of that involved, but
Are you just like constantly like, take this, you'll feel better?
yeah, maybe I just really want to try hookah. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have a bond yet, Chelsea?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, one with Kintara.
that's right.
But we each get 3 of our own too. So I
yeah, I was just making sure we hadn't skipped you. I mean, I can do that.
It's up to you guys.
I can do that.
It's a
I can
random
be
thing. I was
against
like, that's
herbalism.
kind of odd.
Yeah, and some of these things may not even come up too.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll
Just-
go for that.
let's do that.
That's why you never want to be healed or be in combat because you don't want to be healed because you don't trust that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, and how do you spell your name?
Kinnnojo. Kinojo.
That's already funny in my head because I'm just picturing you going to kind of be like, oh, you're going to rub your magic poop and leaves on my wound and I'm going to get better. Okay.
Yep.
All right, that takes care of me.
I would like some antibiotics, please, not your poop leaves.
Okay, I need to choose one other character I feel a fascination with and want to learn something meaningful from. So we have a performer, we have a liar,
It's true.
we have a puncher. What do you do?
I'm a historian.
You're a historian, okay, and then you are the herbalist one,
Mm-hmm.
and then David is the samurai with no family, right?
Yes.
Essentially.
I'm a Batosai.
Okay. Something meaningful.
Hitokiri, a manslayer.
Oh. I think. Let me see. Choose one other character you find simple and. Okay. Well, first, let me choose some of my other bonds first. Who might portray themselves as simple and ignorant about the wonders of science?
That may be me
Okay.
because I'm just very artsy and I don't know how that's just magic. I don't care.
Okay. So you are ignorant about science.
Yes.
That will be.
Yes.
The Earth is flat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, no.
The Flat Earth Society has members all around the globe.
That's right.
Nice. But I'm fun.
See, they should have just called it like the disc or the rim.
Disc World.
Yeah.
Oh, it's copyrighted. So.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yes.
So Taya is. There's not a whole lot of room here,
No.
but I'm going to
You
try
could
to
just
put.
be like science ignorant.
Taya is ignorant. Ignorant of
Hey!
science. No, I'm
Wait.
joking.
Hey.
No, my.
Wait.
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 Choose one other character you believe will
Your lack
always.
of understanding shows your ignorance.
Choose one other character I believe will always understand me. I don't know if anybody's going to understand me. Because.
Well, what's your drive? What's your
Well-
driving purpose?
I was going to suggest that.
Oh, maybe you can. Well, the thing is, actually, probably because you have family involved. just to give you, Christy, an idea of my character, I am essentially playing my pirate. As a well, I'm not a ninja.
A pirate
so
ninja?
I don't have jutsus or anything. I am Empire. So we'll work that out. But yeah, so just to give you guys a quick. Well, my character is actually in one of the books, so I presume that you could have read about her if you'd wanted to. You don't. It's not required reading because we kind of modified the history more to what I wanted than what they worked up. But yeah, I am coming out of the Empire looking for family. So that's kind of my drive. But knowing how the Empire has treated ninjas, everybody else, I can see that you guys might not understand that. Even though we'll work that out in the game where I am personally. But yeah, I'm looking for any information about my family that I have my brother who... Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Could you turn off your phone, GM?
I love when that happens on Critical Role.
Do any of
and
you have
that's
windows
fun
down? It's about to rain.
No.
Sam
No.
says.
Do not.
No,
Okay.
we are good.
I'm sorry, when you said Windows down, I'm like, Microsoft
Is there a new
Windows?
Windows out? That's got
Yeah.
Windows
Are you guys down with Windows? But no, but I can
Lord.
go ahead and make that you, Christy.
Okay.
And we're just going to have to figure out somebody. Maybe I'm going to learn something meaningful from you, David. I don't know.
Are you down with Microsoft?
I am. I know a lot of
You
people
down
aren't.
with MS-DOS?
His lot is made in Microsoft.
Yes.
Is that weird?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a swordsman. I have
So it could be
war
the
stories.
war stories or
Truth
the
behind the way the
history.
Empire really is.
Well, and you've
Actually,
already got
yeah.
a bond with him about history. So do you want because your thing
Oh yeah,
with
you're
him
going to
was-
teach me history anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll make a bond with somebody else so we can all be, mix and match.
Yeah.
I think the only time that didn't, because we were supposed to do that in our Tokyo Brain Pop game, and David and I ended up being best friends and rivals. Wasn't that what it
Nice.
was?
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
It was really weird.
I was like, I can see this happening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We really like each other, but we just always want to be better than each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frenemies.
Was it me and you, David, or was it you and Bobby?
I think it was me and Bobby.
Yeah, because she was constantly like in awe of you and then hated you too. And I also I think I was enamored with you, but really like you frustrated me.
That kind of sounds right for the game, though. So
Yeah, no, it worked out really well. I can't wait for it to be released because it's actually one of the funnier gaming sessions we've ever been in. And so David and John got to see the mental connections between Amanda, Bobby, and myself, and Levi. Frankly, and Levi has been around us enough to know. Okay,
yeah, I like that game the one time John ran it because it's silly, but it's funny.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, your name was Makoto. Is the one who will always understand? Really? I don't know if you guys could hear that, but she's just back there.
Oh yeah, I saw that you posted she's trying to be a ninja.
She is. She was like sticking her face through. She's really bummed that she's trapped in the prison. Can you see her, David? Can you see Starbuck behind us?
No, I see Freddy.
Okay, yeah, Starbucks. They're trapped in the alcove behind a gate.
I saw the picture though. The picture that you put up.
Yeah,
Starbuck wants to be a ninja.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ninja dog.
All right, Kevin. Bonds to you.
Oh yes. No, and the other thing is how are we going to do this? Because me and David are both virtuous bodyguarders, right?
Yeah, so you're both gonna have the
So
same
we have
types
the
of
same
bonds.
bonds.
Just pick different people,
Just pick
or
different
pick the
people.
same.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
If something is very
We
persistent.
both
with-
want to tattoo the same person.
No, I'm going to do it first.
So
I'll
like three
hold
of
him
us have
down
a
and
lot
you
of
tattoo him,
tattoos.
and then you hold him down.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Because
Wait.
I'm all
So-
tattooed too from the Living Chronicle thing.
Oh yeah. So we're the three of us are just going to be tattooed.
You guys
up.
are just
all
the guys are tatted
Yeah.
up and we're running with some.
I do keep mine wrapped, like so that they don't show at inopportune times. Okay, so you're determined to tattoo one ninja whether they want it or not. So, yeah, who would be interested in something like that?
Probably me because
Okay.
like I'm a performer. I want to keep everything nice and clean,
Right.
and I don't want any of that stuff on
Okay.
me.
I can technically I can sneak a tattoo onto you with a jutsu that I have. I could just be like,
Yeah, and then I'm going to be like, backflip,
yeah,
kick in the face.
and then I will fall to the ground because I can't.
Yes, precisely.
Okay. So
I'm gonna set your earrings
Yeah, go ahead.
right over here because I keep afraid I'm gonna bump them by accident and they end up with the dogs. I'll set
Yeah.
up with your
I was
bag
like-
so we
I was
know.
like, that does hurt. I need to take those out.
Yeah.
I was like,
Mm.
danglies don't work well.
Okay, so that's one. You're determined to impress one ninja.
So who are you determined to impress?
I think. What about Sanosuke? I think, like, since we're kind of virtuous bodyguarder bros, so I'm thinking about that I would be determined to impress you.
Okay, that works.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Bong.
Do y'all have like a friendly rivalry thing, or just
Yeah, I imagine I
maybe.
could probably see that happening.
yeah?
And then one ninja is itching to challenge you to a battle of blades. It could also be like some other sort of fighting, though. But anybody?
Wait, is it you want to challenge or someone else?
No,
wants to
someone
challenge?
wants to challenge me.
So who wants to beat up the liar?
I mean, probably a lot of people.
That's why I put it that way.
I don't know if I would challenge you.
My character
Yeah.
doesn't like to fight. So.
Yeah, mine either.
I like how. Oh no, we're all pacifists. We're all just sitting here going.
Well, how about
"Crap."
like an
Uh-oh.
art, like a verbal argument then, like a disagreement, like just not.
Oh well, if he's lying and you
Mhm.
are a historian and you're like, oh my god,
There you go.
you are completely full of crap, man.
Yeah, we could do it like that.
I know
Yeah.
how that went.
No, but we
for
already
real.
have you always listen to
That's-
my stories.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, so you can't do that
Well,
one.
no, see,
Oh,
I
but-
listen,
but
I listen
those
to your
are his
stories, but then I
bonds.
correct you. I'm always like, well,
Okay.
actually,
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
because
actually, you're full of
I
You
crap.
think
always
because-
have
the
you
bonds-
always
Yeah.
have a rebuttal.
yeah, I think as long as your three particular bonds are different, we can still interact. Because Christy and I have some crisscrossing. bonds.
Right, I'm just trying to make sure that the bonds don't actually contradict each other.
Mm.
Nah.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so challenge on my lies, basically, rather than
Sounds
to
good.
an actual fight. Okay, that's it for me then.
Okay. So I guess on to me then.
Mhm.
One ninja always knows how to make me laugh. Who's the jokester of this group?
The liar.
I kind of wrote myself up as that.
Okay.
Cool.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll play it out that way.
Yeah. Well, hey, again, it's like one of these
I
things
know.
like may or may not come up, right?
My
So-
characters are always written a certain way, and it's Roxanne with a mask on. That's it's like
Yep.
And
Just,
it's Booker.
yeah,
Hey. Oh, good. He moved from behind my chair. I was
yeah.
very-
Now he's behind Christie's.
Okay.
If it
then-
starts to rain, he'll be under the table.
No.
Yeah.
Or in a Thunder Cave.
Yeah.
The Thunder Cave. One
you have a
ninja.
Thunder Gate?
Yeah, so the little caves that
We have two
between
little
the-
beds under nightstands.
I want to go into Thunder Cave.
The Thunderdome.
I-
Yes.
Whenever it
Thunder.
rains and whenever he gets nervous, it's kind of like why, when you're claustrophobic, why do you want to go into a
Because he
swamp
feels
or a
swaddled. He feels
Yeah.
protected. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your next one?
Yes, one ninja isn't a fan of my art, and I'm determined to prove them wrong. So who's not a fan of
And
like?
your art is
I'm like acrobatic, gymnast,
Performance art?
performance.
That's a good question there.
Yeah.
It can be me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I could be like,
Meh.
really? Yeah, because I'm kind of
Frivolous.
science. I'm all about like.
Yeah, this
I'm
makes
building
sense.
like.
Okay.
I actually one of the things my character can do if this is not a bad thing to reveal, I took a trap master fighting style, so I can disarm and set traps, and I actually one of them is clockwork traps. So I do like steampunky stuff.
Ooh, that's cool.
So
Yeah, and so that makes sense. I'm like completely oblivious to science. I'm like,
you're like
da-da-da.
art, and I'm like I'm
You're
gonna
like-
build a device so you don't have to
Yeah.
actually do that.
Yes, yes, that blends well. And then the last one is one ninja thinks they are protecting you, but it's really more like you're protecting them. So I guess one thing to note about my character, so she's very, very tiny, like
Yes.
short statured. That's where like her tragedy is that she's like the runt of the litter. So that's why she does all these like bendy things and flex, all the flips. So someone who might be like very tall and like well, pretty much everyone's going to be taller than me, but like,
How tall is she?
oh gosh, maybe like
We never decided exactly.
we never decided, but 4 foot.
Probably below 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, she's tiny.
Yeah, very tiny.
It'd be kind of funny.
Thankfully.
The odd thing with your
Maybe.
character, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my character is tall and chubby,
Mm.
and
And
my
he looks
character-
very happy.
He's
Yeah.
the jovial one.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
So it's Grog and Pike. Only
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
I know Grog because you
Yeah.
mentioned about Grog.
Oh yeah, he's just sort of
Buddy.
he's a monster.
It's the Goliath barbarian with the
Gnome,
gnome
cleric.
cleric.
Grog.
Except between different
His
jutsus and stuff,
extensive
my character is
knowledge
actually
of,
very agile too, which doesn't make sense. But
That's all right.
Well,
You're John
that's-
Belushi.
That's the best part of
That's the best
Ninja
part.
Crusade. It's like it's like the even the chubby ninjas in Naruto can just kick
yeah.
butt.
I mean, John
I think on
Belushi.
purpose to be funny.
Yeah.
He looked like he couldn't do anything except for like watch TV on a couch, and that guy could backflip like a.
Yeah.
He could
Yeah.
do more gymnastics than most
Yeah.
skinny people.
Yeah.
And then
I'm also kind of defensive oriented in my martial arts, so I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
cool.
Your turn, David.
Okay. So I've got the choose one ninja who you're determined to tattoo.
I'm already taken. Sorry.
I'll get an unwilling tattoo.
I wanted to pick you for that.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, I'm getting away
That
from
was
home.
Akeo? Is that what?
Akihaya is the yeah
Akihaya. Okay.
yeah Akehaya.
I feel like we're some kind of ninja gang now. We're like, you really need to get a tat, bro.
Yeah, I know.
And
Christy's
get
going to be
marked.
the only one without a tat.
For
I
now.
mean, we can tattoo you as well, too, if you want to.
And choose one ninja who you are constantly trying to impress. And are we doing that back and forth, Kevin?
We can. I'm up for
We can
that.
do-
You're
that
always trying to
or-
outdo each other.
I was thinking either that, or you might work well for the choose one ninja who's itching to challenge you to a battle of blades.
Oh no, my end goal is to not fight at all. I know that's never going to happen,
Okay. All right.
but yeah,
Yeah.
not too good at it.
So who's the other fighter in the group?
I mean, I would be, but I'm. How does it read again? You're
It's
is
one
itching to
Choose one
challenge
ninja who's
you.
itching to challenge you to a battle.
I've got some hand-to-hand combat skills.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I have like my throwing stars and stuff. I'm just trying to think. I don't know if she's going to be like very like, oh, I'm going to challenge you to this, unless like you provoke her
I
somehow.
can
well, on
see
Kevin's,
some.
we kind of twisted it a little bit, though.
Sure.
So,
That's
So
true.
maybe
Yeah,
Maybe David
it
can
doesn't
change
have
it
to be a
too.
battle of blades. It could be a martial arts
Yeah.
competition.
I can challenge you
or-
to a flexibility contest.
I mean, well, he's the traveling. He's the samurai without a family. So
Right.
I could challenge you to how many places we've been because I've been traveling as a performer.
oh, there you go. Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
small one, right?
Yes.
Shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
Because actually choosing you to be the one to impress because you kind of reminded me of my little sister.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
you could do that, and then make
I'm down
Kevin
with
the
that.
one you want to fight with.
But he's not a fighter. He doesn't want to fight. It's going to be somebody who's wanting to fight me, so they have to have a reason
maybe Kevin
Don't
has
wanna
a rapier wit.
prove themselves.
Yeah, maybe it's a wit. Maybe it's a wit
A
thing.
wit battle.
Battle
Hey,
of
that
wits.
works for me.
Yeah.
That's fine. A drinking contest.
Oh, there you go.
That could work too.
Decent fortitude. I can try that.
Okay, I've updated the chat with any nicknames that people have given.
Oh, good. Okay. We'll
So-
find that then. I was just about to ask about some names.
Guess I'll turn the vibration off on my phone in case it picks it up.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Did we get invited to Mark's birthday?
No, we did not, and
It's finally happening. His family has determined, man, they don't want to hang out with us, so we're going to stop asking them. Yes, thank you. I don't have to come up with reasons for why I can't
What are
spend.
you talking about?
Is it
John's
Taya or
family.
Ishii for
Yeah.
Chelsea?
Either. I don't know
That's
if,
why I
if
put
y'all
both.
would, or if y'all would prefer to just stick with.
I
one
would
name.
say for podcast purposes, we should probably pick one because it's confusing enough using Japanese names.
That's true.
So
I kind of like
Well-
Ishi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ishii, yeah.
The one thing that I was thinking is is like in like maybe more solemn conversations. There
Yeah,
might be
Taya.
like a pet name somebody might use for you.
I guess it
Kinda
also
like,
depends on the relationship between the two, right? So-
yeah. So I
Right.
mean, kind of like they always called Keyleth Kiki,
Right.
Yeah.
and for a long time it took me a minute to be like, who are they talking to? Who's Kiki?
Yeah.
Who's got this name?
Yeah, maybe she might be preferred to be called Ishi, but since like as a performer,
She might introduce herself as Taya since
Yeah.
that's your
Yeah.
given name, but then
right? But then
your
since
friends,
we know it, yeah. But I'm just trying to think of where the
I kind of like it that way with Taya being, your given name, but your nickname is Ishi.
Ishi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's stick with that. Let's stick with that.
Yeah.
I know the game's not in Japan, but does it use like Japanese honorifics or not?
A lot, yes. I have a sheet that I probably need to re-forward, which is all the what terms we're actually using from Japanese.
Right.
So we're not using a lot, but there are enough. Obviously clothing and stuff like that. Again, my one request, as always, is no Asian accents.
No.
Find a European or some other version accent. We're not going to.
if you want to use one.
If you want to
Right.
use the
Because
accent.
I
Roxy's
can't do
gonna
accents
be,
in a way, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Roxy's going to be Midwestern, Southern, or Japanese. So
Yeah. And that works.
that's right.
It's like I think I showed you Azumanga Daioh and the girl from Osaka whose name is
She has a real.
she has a southern accent because
Yeah.
they didn't because people from Osaka have different accents, but they weren't going to try and make her sound like that while speaking English.
Well, it was also dubbed, wasn't it?
The ones we saw, yeah, dubbed.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's the idea: is that when you translate it into American, you're not going to have them all speaking,
Well, yeah, and they considered people from Asuka
yeah,
bumpkins.
Yep.
They were rural folk that didn't know as much, so they so when you translate that to American, of course, it's anybody from the South.
From the
Apparently,
South. Yep.
Us people in Texas, we don't know nothing.
Yeah.
We ain't got none of that there indoor plumbing.
It's
And
It's
everybody
funny.
owns a horse.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there
And
are
a hat.
tumbleweeds
Look at my
everywhere.
horse.
I rode mine to work this morning.
my horse is
So,
amazing.
Christy,
Yeah, it had 20
Yes.
horsepower.
do you remember that my character's name was Makoto from our first game?
Was it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
that's okay. Because I was like, didn't we call him Mako?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought so too.
Yeah, it was. But
I
Mako,
forgot.
That's
I
okay.
forgot.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's a common name.
It's a different character.
Nobody will know unless they go and listen to the original podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they should.
Yeah.
Yes.
You meet him, you're like,
Forgot.
my aunt's named that. How weird.
That one out there.
Or no, yeah. No, yeah. You can I guess they wouldn't know that. You guys wouldn't know that. I would know that.
Okay. So that's got character backstories and all your stuff aligned that way. I'm going to throw this one out really quick, and I'll put it to the table. Roxy, do you want to come in knowing them, or do you want to come in on the mission we talked about?
Oh, I thought the mission that we talked about, I think, is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think I know them yet.
All right. That's what I want to make sure is that
But I've
how
been-
do you want to pull your character in for that?
Do you want me to text you?
No, I'm going to write down an actual message. But
Oh.
Well, I know, but do you want me to text you what my thoughts are?
yeah, please. So other thing before we get started, we're going to take a short break. We'll take a 10-minute, and everybody can get drinks, food, do whatever you need to do before we actually get started. Make any phone calls, check your texts, update your instant messenger, whatever. So when we went to Gen Con, we went to some panels for Maze Arcana, and they handle their initiative in an interesting way. We're going to go ahead and try it.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, because it builds more anticipation. It keeps everybody more involved. I have taken a series of cards, and I will shuffle them together,
Okay. I've seen her do
On
this
Sirens of the
before.
Realm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
and I will play
Every-
two cards
every
at the,
round.
Every round. Here's how it goes. I put down two cards, and I say, okay, first in initiative is Taya. The Mook is going to be going after you, and after the Mook is Kinojo.
Okay.
So that way y'all know what the initial initiative is. you don't know who else is. You know you're coming up, but you don't know if you're the next
Ooh.
person.
Oh.
I like it.
And so, is what could happen is somebody may end up going twice. At the last,
Well, it's
whoever is last, he shuffles the cards again. They could
be the
potentially-
first person on the next round.
right?
That's fine.
And so
New round, it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's more reactionary.
It's
in a
more
way.
reactionary. It's not as okay. We're going to go in this order every time.
Right.
So it's kind of neat. And they said that it doesn't happen a lot where stuff goes twice, but sometimes the bad guy gets to attack twice.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. And so.
Yep.
But it'll keep us from having to worry about rolling initiative and slowing that portion of the game down. And at the same time, it keeps everybody involved.
Right.
Have to be on your toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing with initiative, as I found, like in home games and stuff. A lot of times it'll be like, okay, now it's your turn, and then this person's like, oh, I wasn't paying attention to anything that was happening. Now I have to learn what happened in the battle so far
Right.
and decide what I'm going to do on my turn.
Yeah,
only-
but people have a tendency to accidentally tune out when it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The only question I have about that, we can handle this later, is one of my jutsus affects my initiative directly.
Yes.
So if I just like swap it out later,
Yeah.
I'll just do it like later, not.
I don't
If
believe
one
in
of your
initiative.
jutsus affects your initiative, we can figure that out at the start of each round or go from there. At the same time, remember that dynamic actions can be used to change initiative. It's easier to read in the book right there,
Right.
but yeah.
Or just to show you, like mine literally affects that number for initiative, but if we're not using it, does it do anything really?
Just
Yeah,
tell me
some
when.
things give you
yeah.
an advantage so that you get to act first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell me if you activate something that does that or something like that, and I can shuffle the deck, or I can move your card 2 spaces forward or 1 space forward or whatever it is.
Okay, that would work.
And so I'll probably know what the
We
initiative
don't want
is.
to nerf anybody's jutsus
Yeah.
by
No.
doing this. It's just
Mm-hmm.
something to kind of keep it a little
Yep.
bit more varied.
But yeah, I can go through the cards after the shuffle. I can know what the cards are and change that for you.
But just don't
it's
tell
just
us.
I'm not going to tell y'all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
So
Okay.
that work?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
All
Sounds
right.
good to me.
All right. And does anybody have any other questions before we get started? Before we come back to the table and get started?
Anybody know what part of the book
Good.
I can turn to real quick to find the dynamic actions, dynamic dice, and all that strength and movement scores? How you figure that out?
Do you have a PDF in front of you, David?
Yeah.
Control F. Dynamic.
Oh,
Let me see. Well, actually, no, because this book is not in PDF form. It's like web PDF form. I don't know. Will it let me search?
Oh, no, probably not
Talking
unless
about
you
the
find
quick
it on
guide?
your-
If you're in the quick start guide, it's page 5. If you are in the main book, it's after page 80, and I can't remember which page it is. If somebody has
I
the
can-
major thick book here, I don't know where the other one is. There's 2. Where's
Yeah,
the
you
second
had one
book?
in the bedroom yesterday, John.
Oh, thank you. That's where it went. I better bring it out.
I know your dynamic actions is just 1, and the
It's 1 and then
dynamic
you
dice is
roll.
3 because it's
Yeah.
like that for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think strength is athletics plus might, maybe.
Yeah. That 0
See,
minor
that's-
1
that-
athletics.
I was looking in that quick guide part here and not seeing it there.
Dynamic actions, page 140, David,
Okay, perfect.
in
Thank
the
you.
big book.
And that's going to be, I guess, soon after where it tells you how to figure out your strength and movement.
Strength is on page 138. And strength is athletics plus might.
Where does strength come into play? Oh,
Down at
oh, here, strength chart. Gotcha.
I need one of those sheets, John, that you printed
I'm gonna
up.
break a
Did you
wooden
print up
chair.
6?
I did not. I just printed up. I printed up 2.
Just a couple for the table? Okay, that's
and
fine.
There's the Quick Start book that also has it. So there's
Okay,
2
cool.
in the Quick Start book.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
No issue. I can always ask during too. I'm not opposed to that. And mine is different because I don't use strength very much. I don't think so. I'm all marksman.
Makes sense.
It was really weird because we re-rolled her. I'm not Dave Shiriko, who was in the book, for a number of reasons. But looking at comparing our characters, I was like, she doesn't have the stuff that I would think she should have for what she is. But whatever.
Yep.
Whatever.
I gotta remember all my temperament stuff.
Oh, there's
too.
my old character.
Do you have any weapons in?
I have one.
Oh, I need to understand, like, how does speed and movement work in this?
Let's
game as well
No
because
idea what
I
it
have
is.
like +1 to speed for different things.
Let me look that up.
Let's see. Speed is just one of your attributes that you use to make the combo for what your dice pool is.
But your movement.
So that would just add 1 dice. And the movement, I'm just
Yeah.
looking at that right now.
Yeah, because my movement is like 10, and I don't know what that actually enables me to do.
It's much higher than my
So,
movement, but
I think it's like
Movement
walking
represents
speed.
the speed at which the character travels on foot. Their base movement when walking or jogging is equal to athletics plus speed plus 5 per
So-
round.
So
2
it's feet.
plus 2. Athletics plus speed is 2 plus 2 is 4, so it's
Plus
9.
five.
9 feet per round, yeah.
Other things for dynamic actions are on page 140 and 141.
Yeah, I told him that.
Make sure
So it's just like if I want
I'm
to go attack
faster than
someone.
Hmm?
Speaking of speed.
Oh, no, I'm probably not fast at all. I don't know. Am I? Let's
And
see.
then it's running at top speed is basically it's your movement rate times 10.
Per round, yeah.
It's all in feet, you said?
So 90 feet per
Yeah,
round is
feet.
running. Top
Ooh.
speed.
When
Hey,
we run,
she's-
do we have to have our hands behind our back? Like our arms behind our back? Like,
Yes.
describe it that way.
But
That adds a plus to your running,
so aerodynamic.
the
but a
GM
minus to your charisma.
may
Mhm.
ask for an
Oh.
athletics plus
Plus 1 to
fortitude
style.
check to keep their speed when running at a steep incline, or athletics plus intuition to avoid obstacles, or athletic plus speed to keep from tripping if the terrain is slippery or jagged.
Gotcha.
And your jump is might times 2, or movement plus might times 2.
Movement plus might.
Yeah, whatever
Dang. So
might.
that'd be
ti-
like 20.
well, your movement is 9,
Mhm.
and then what's your might?
1.
So yeah, so it would be it's might times 2 in parentheses.
Oh, okay. So 2 plus 9. So
it's
it's 11. Oh, okay. That does
feet.
make
So that's your jumping.
Okay.
God, could you imagine if we all could jump 20 feet?
Sure.
We're crouching tiger over here.
Yeah, I know, right?
You have that light-footed thing.
I do.
Jutsu.
With a running start, you can double your horizontal distance with a successful moderate or a difficulty 2 might plus athletics check.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
don't often use distances.
Wow, I can jump
and
40
they're
feet.
essentially go short.
Are you
Dang.
serious?
Yeah.
What is your movement, David?
My movement is also 10, but my might is 2.
Wow.
Dag, yo.
Well, no, because wait,
That would be 14 feet because it's might times 2 plus
plus your
movement.
movement.
Plus, oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Okay.
I was like,
Good
holy
That makes more
crap!
sense.
14, yeah.
That
It's
makes
like-
more sense.
it's like that-
14,
it's-
not 40.
It's that
Super
Good
it's
power.
that
old
whole
order of
meme about the
operations.
lion that can jump 38 feet, and somebody has done the what 38 feet?
Yeah.
A lion can jump 30
Yeah, I
feet
understand.
straight up.
Boom.
Straight up.
All right, I was actually in here for a reason, and I don't remember what it was.
Oh,
now.
sorry. I probably distracted.
No, I'm just. Maybe I wasn't in here for a reason anymore. Maybe my reason was satisfied, and I'm just.
You're just looking at pictures.
Yeah, I'm looking
All
at
right.
something. I don't know. I figure we'll figure stuff out as we go.
Yep, makes sense.
It's a dog.
Could you stop knocking on the wall with your bamboo tail? Dum, 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 dum. All right, we're going to take a quick break, David.
Okay, no
Okie
dogs
dokie.
behind us, no dogs behind us.